If you are a raggedy, miserable person with a raggedy, miserable mindset, a YSL bag won't change that. Luxury starts in the mind, then we work our way outward. Hi ladies, welcome back to the Feminine Universe. I am so happy to have you here. We all want to live well, to have all the things we need, plus a little something extra. We want to have beautiful experiences, see beautiful places, and have beautiful things. And there is nothing wrong with that. But we also need to remember that luxury isn't just about stuff. It's also a mindset. And this mindset opens you up to the world and attracts good things and good people to you. Whether you're a student or a retiree, a bougie on a budget working gal, a single mom, or a stay-at-home mom trying to stretch the family budget, or if you're just a smart gal who likes to save money whenever she can, today I'm hoping to not only share a few tips on how to live well while saving some coin, but also to expand how you think about luxury. All I ask in return is that you let me know what your favorite tip was or share some of your luxury on a budget tips down in the comments after each episode. Your tips are always so good. Now let's get started. Tip number 1 is to raise your vibrations. The luxury mindset is about happiness. When you think of luxury, there's always a certain carefree element. Because when you're in luxury, you know you have everything you need and then some. You're at peace. Luxury summons thoughts of, yes, nice things and beautiful places, but also happy people. Now, does this mean to pretend everything in your life is perfect and that you have everything you want, even if you don't? Absolutely not. This is not about living in la la land. But it does mean to focus more on gratitude and gratefulness for what you do have. It means being thankful in advance, even if you're not where you want to be yet, because you know you're learning the lessons, obtaining the skills, and being equipped with everything you'll need to flourish. Knowing that with some work, some strategy, and in due time, you will have everything your heart desires. And when you focus on these feelings of gratitude, thankfulness, positivity, and hope, that's what will not only grow within you, but also be attracted to you. Because whatever you feed and whatever you fuel is what grows. If you focus on misery, anger, and lack, that's what will grow within you, and that's what you'll attract more of. And that's why sometimes you'll see the people with the most beautiful things going to the most beautiful places, yet still they're angry, bitter, and miserable as heck, because that's what's inside of them. I'm telling you, if you're a raggedy, miserable person with a raggedy, miserable mindset, a YSL bag or a trip to the Maldives won't change that. Luxury starts in the mind, then we work our way outward. My second tip is to treat yourself well. In case no one has told you recently, you are valuable, you are precious, and you are wonderfully made. You don't need the expensive bag or expensive jewelry to make you valuable. You already are. If those things find their way to you, you're just someone of value that happens to have something of value. Take that thing away and you still remain a person of value. But like I always say, you deserve nice things and nice treatment. And this starts with how you treat yourself and how you talk to yourself, as well as the little things we've touched on in our soft life video, your bed sheets, your pajamas, your cleanliness and organization, your self-care, how you care for your belongings, keeping the energy in your home vibrant and positive. Don't burden your children with any financial struggles. Avoid unnecessary bickering. You can be having the same exact meal, but the way you plate it, garnish it, and present it can make it a completely different experience for yourself. You can make your husband feel like a king and your children feel like little princes and princesses, or you can make them feel like inconvenient burdens. Make a decision to treat yourself well, treat your people well, and to expect the same. The third tip is to know what you love and what's important to you. So what's your definition of luxury? What do you actually like? What kinds of things actually amplify your life and make you happy? I guarantee you, if you look closely, there may be some luxury items on your wants list that you don't even like or you wouldn't even enjoy. But either it's popular and all the it girls have it, or it's a status symbol of some sort. You have people who can't even drive feeling jealousy over someone posting their new car on Instagram, or people saving and scrimping to buy shoes and outfits they don't like or aren't comfortable in, and buying products they don't feel are worth it, but they're convincing themselves to like because they spent so much on it. So really zero in on what you like, not what others tell you should like. If you like makeup, spend on that. If you think $50 lipstick is ridiculous and know you can get something almost identical at the drugstore and prefer to splurge on tech gadgets, do that. If your skin is your main focus and you want to be confident and carefree with zero makeup on, spend on that, whether it's skincare products or skincare treatments. If you're all about experiences over material things and you'd be perfectly happy with a small capsule wardrobe, if it means you get to travel and experience life, skip buying every new handbag and save for your trips. If you hate flying and hate being hot, don't force yourself to fly to the tropics because that's what everyone is doing. Drive up to a cabin in the mountains or a quaint bed and breakfast on the countryside where you'll be happier. When you don't chase everything and you focus on what's important to you, you can pass on the things that don't actually do it for you and put more into the things that do. I don't care how much something costs. If you don't genuinely like it, it's not luxury. The next tip is to DIY and delegate. When we think about self-maintenance, depending on what you're into and how much you do, it can definitely start to add up. As someone who does most of my beauty services myself, out of pickiness and preference, I'm seriously going to recommend learning to DIY at least some things. Choose what you like. Maybe whatever you already know how to do or would be interested in learning how to do, and then delegate what you don't if you can afford to do so. Because while doing certain things for yourself can be a great way to save money, can be a great source of me time, and even be therapeutic, doing other things for yourself might drive you crazy and put your anxiety levels through the roof. If you can learn to do your nails but need all the help you can get with your hair, get the hair services. If you can totally handle your hair but feel like you would ruin your eyebrows and look crazy, outsource that and keep your peace of mind. Save by doing more yourself, then you'll have more to spend on the things you can't or don't want to do yourself, and probably still have a little extra money left over. Another thing to think about when it comes to DIYing is swapping services among family and friends. What I've seen some women do with boxed hair dye, Amazon nail kits, and DIY brow lamination kits are quite impressive. And as we speak about services and outsourcing, this goes right into my next tip, which is to get services in cheaper or more affordable neighborhoods. Whatever politically correct way you want to say it, I just mean going to places where the cost of living is a bit cheaper, the rent and other overhead of these establishments is cheaper, and so the prices are cheaper. And that can be a great way to save some money, especially if there's a service you're getting very regularly, or if you prefer to outsource more services than not, like hair, brows, nails, body wax, lashes, and so on. Here in New York City, that could look like getting services in cheaper parts of Manhattan or traveling to one of the outer boroughs if the savings are worth it. It may be less frills, but personally, I'd be okay without the cucumber water if the service is still courteous, professional, and I get what I want for half the price. And to be honest, some of the salons that may not look super flashy will have your hair or nails looking and feeling even better than the place that serves champagne at the door. I have to keep trying to teach my mom this. More expensive doesn't always mean better. Use this tip wisely though. I'm not saying to go anywhere you don't feel safe. And when it comes to services, I'd risk a new pedicure place over a new lash place until I get familiar with the area. You know what I mean? Thankfully, almost every business has online reviews or Instagram accounts now, so be sure to do your research. My next tip is, of course, to get the freebies and discount whenever you can. One of the biggest scams of all is being convinced that well-off people don't get discounts. So many things celebrities wear are gifted to them. They also get free meals as well as other free experiences. So get yours where you can. Depending on where you live, there are so many free experiences available and usually a town or county website detailing them all. I recently saw an ad on the subway for movies in the park, and something like that could be such a cute solo date, time with your girls, or with your family. Pack a blanket and snacks and make an event of it on the evening they're showing a movie you want to see. If you're a mom saving money, there are usually free story times or mommy and me classes or arts and crafts at public libraries. When purchasing an item, I'm sure most of us know to do a quick Google search on who sells it for the best price. But certain brands or products don't go on sale often or really at all. So the next best thing is knowing where you can get free things with your purchase. A lot of the minis I received as samples, I end up using when I travel, and then I don't have to go and buy a new stash of travel-sized items every time. Of course, always take advantage of BOGO sales and stock up on the products you use over and over. If you're a college or university student, many places offer you discounts, from restaurants to bank accounts to travel passes and software. Same thing goes for retirees or senior citizens. Pull up the whole list for your state or country and make sure you're getting all your perks. And the last tip is to get a version of the experience. Start letting go of the all or nothing mentality when it comes to luxury. Instead of completely pricing yourself out of certain things or completely avoiding them, get yourself a version of that experience. If you're traveling and can't stay at a 5-star hotel yet, cool. Maybe that hotel has a restaurant where you can totally afford a meal, whether it's brunch, lunch, or dinner. If you can't do a meal at a super expensive restaurant yet, maybe you can do dinner somewhere more affordable, then grab yourself a seat at the expensive place's bar and try one of their signature drinks. Or you can treat your kids to a luxurious dessert at that gorgeous little bakery once a week, once a month, or on special occasions after having dinner at home. They still get a beautiful experience and they get used to being in those kinds of spaces. One thing I would like to touch on that seems to stop people from trying new things sometimes is to shake off that fear of looking quote unquote poor. As you start to have more and move more in that luxury mindset, you realize that luxury also means doing what you feel like and doing what suits you. If you're not showing up to these places looking run down and tragic, no one's first thought is going to be, oh my gosh, she's broke. They're going to think you're getting whatever you're getting because that's what you want. That's what suits you in the moment. Do you know how many lunches and dinners I've been to where women who could buy the entire menu just get a salad because they're watching their figure? I've left my home in the middle of the winter for one mug of spiked hot chocolate from this specific place because I like how they make it and that's all I wanted. For all anyone knows, your luggage is checked and you're on a layover grabbing something really quick. You're waiting for a friend. You're getting a light appetizer to tide you over before a big dinner later on somewhere else. You're having a dessert or nightcap after having eaten somewhere else. Don't rob yourself of a nice time because you can't buy everything in the place. Give yourself or your family a version of the experience. That's my first batch of tips on how to start living a more luxurious life no matter your budget. I want us all to live the most beautiful lives and have the things we want. I also want to make sure you remember that you were not put on this earth to collect things. You're here to learn, to explore, to create, to help your fellow man. You're here to learn about and experience love, love of self, love of others, and love from others. You're here to leave your mark in some way, big or small. The things you collect and spend on should be an addition and an enhancement to your already rich and fulfilled life. Raise your vibrations, think bigger, move strategically, and the rest really will come. Until next time, ladies, stay feminine, stay focused, and have fun.